Nobody lied about anything. I've gone through many backgrounds, and I never had a problem because this thing was dismissed and it was done.
I got it here, sir.
Sir, it has been dismissed 25 years ago.
You served your time, and those cases.
No. I'm gonna,
Is that you? Is that you? Is that you?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Information is information, and that's all it is. Information is information, and that's all it is.
Intense fighting and uncertainty regarding leadership in a small town.
Look at him! He's traveler!
And that's just some of it. Griffin Rushton was in Mountainair for that showdown today, Griffin. I mean, this is all centered around the town's police chief.
The Freeman people causing, problem there. And
the mayor is covering for the chief. The mayor is just as crooked as the chief.
Information is information, and that's all it is.
Most of you have already seen the videos of Officer Woodard battering women, breaking into homes, and creating false narratives for his police reports. If you haven't, I put links to those videos in the description. But today we're going to talk about why Officer Woodard was allowed to terrorize this small town for so long with no repercussions. A PI started looking into the local police chief and found that with his history, it's no surprise that he's allowing his officers to get away with this type of violence. He came armed with mugshots of the local police chief Juan Reyes, as well as documents showing that Juan had committed aggravated assault against a household member with a knife, as well as attempting to commit false imprisonment. The victim, his pregnant wife. Documents show that Juan Reyes pled no contest to the charges and served a year and a half of probation. First, let's see how it appears that Juan Reyes tried to do everything he could to make sure that the press conference did not go on, so that his dirty past couldn't be exposed. News stations set up their cameras and microphones, not even knowing what this private investigator is about to tell us. He introduces himself and gives his background, but before he can even get to the point, Juan Reyes' tyranny supporters arrive to disrupt the meeting.
To the people in New Mexico, my name is Carlos McMahon. I'm a licensed private investigator in the state of New Mexico. My number is 3276. So during my investigation, I never come up with anything after all these months. And then finally, I got a tip back from the federal government that sent me a thing, and it said that his name may not be Juan Reyes, it's Juan de Reyes. So during my investigation, it yielded that Juan Reyes had criminally assaulted Senator Linda Lopez. I'm sorry.
Just as the investigator starts getting to the point, a supporter of the police chief arrives and starts revving his engine so that nobody can hear what the investigator is saying.
So what I was saying is that I have followed up on this investigation of Del Reyes, Juan de Reyes, D-E-R-E-Y-E-S. It yielded, again, as I was saying, Senator Linda Lopez was abused and assaulted while she was carrying a baby. As I started to develop the narrative of that particular case, which ended in District Court 202-3307. Somebody just call 911. There's kids and there's people here, you guys. There's kids and people here. That's dangerous.
I just want to make it clear that in no way whatsoever do I support the cop calling that's about to happen.
Do you like all the wrong? Do you like what's going on? Are you sacrilegious and American wrong? Is that what's bothering you?
911, where's your emergency?
My name is Carlos McMahon. I'm here at the South Building, and we have Chris Ruby and Denise Ruby appearing over here. They're harassing, they're gunning their vehicle very loud, people can't hear. The news media is here, and there's kids all around, and they're acting very dangerously.
And this is why I work alone. Nobody likes a cop caller, especially one who tries to exaggerate what's actually going on in hopes that the police will arrive and hurt their neighbor for them. I personally don't like what the man revving his engine is doing. I want to be able to hear what the PI has to say about the chief. But we are in a public place, and every single one of us has an equal right to free expression in this public place, including the guy revving his engine because he doesn't want the chief to be exposed. There are solutions to this problem that don't involve calling the police and exaggerating what's going on to try to get someone in trouble. We could very easily do this on private property and take it indoors, where the owner gets to decide who does and doesn't get to come in. This goes out to everyone who watches my videos. Stop calling the cops and asking them to hurt your neighbor.
Chris Ruby and who?
Huh?
Chris Ruby and who is the
We're at
other
the
one?
cell. We're with the news people here. We're at the cell building. You need to get away from me, Denise.
He started off with a lie, so everything this
Okay,
No,
what are
you
they
don't have
complaining
anything.
about?
I don't know, but they're here. No.
More of Chief Juan Reyes' disruptors arrive, and the PI falls right into the trap of giving them the attention that they're there for. Just a precursor, if you're trying to find context about what the Chief's disruptors are yelling about, there really is none. They're just there to yell, and that's all there is to it.
This is my mother, Catalina. He's
This is a sister.
That he bought her home. He's stealing him and my sister.
I'm going to be waiting for you guys.
Home. And we're in the process
I'm working on getting them headed that way, okay?
All right, bye-bye.
Everything he said is a lie.
After the Chief's disruptors arrive to try to disrupt the press conference and make sure that nothing gets out about him, the Chief himself calls Torrance County Dispatch.
Torrance County Dispatch. Last Unit
Hey,
Florida.
who's this?
This is a dispatch center. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. This is Chief Reyes.
Copy that.
101.
Okay.
All right, you just got a call that's on the board.
Uh-huh.
Regarding a disturbance. Yeah, it's the Freeman people causing, problem there, and people are arguing and so forth. But just to be on the safe side, if you want to dispatch some deputies, because I can't get involved in that, that's fine. But there's no violence. Whatever he said, because I'm watching him right now, there's only like about 10 people there, but that's about all that's happening. Nobody's assaulting anybody. They're just arguing between themselves because of Freeman and so forth.
Okay. And you said there's about 10 people outside?
Yeah, I'm watching that live stream because he's doing a live stream, and they're arguing between themselves and just doing. But nobody's assaulting nobody, and
okay,
that's about it.
Okay,
yeah.
Hold on, Chief. Hold on just a second. Okay. Okay, so you said it's just the Freeman people amongst themselves?
What's that?
It's just the Freeman people amongst themselves, and you want me to go ahead and dispatch deputies?
They're there instigating the people. Freeman's there with his 4 guys or something, and then Channel 13 just show up, and they're just standing by. They're not doing anything.
Okay.
But yeah, they're all arguing between themselves, so there's no. I'm watching it live stream right now, and there's no physical contact or nothing.
You're just watching it live stream, but you're not across the street or anything?
No.
Okay.
No. I'm down the street because I've been advised by the mayor not to go, and if they do anything or start arguing or trying to assault each other, then I'm going to need the sheriffs to take that call. I can't get involved in that.
Okay, you got it. I'll let them know.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Intense fighting and uncertainty regarding leadership in a small town.
Look at him! He's a traveler!
And that's just some of it. Griffin Rushton was in Mountainair for that showdown today, Griffin. I mean, this is all centered around the town's police chief.
Let me tell you.
The Freeman people causing, problem there, and
The mayor is covering for the chief. The mayor is just as crooked as the chief.
I'll show the whole disruption caused by the Chief's people if you guys want to see it in a separate video. For now, I'm going to skip forward about an hour to an hour and a half when we had moved to a different location so the PI could finally get out what he was trying to tell us about the chief.
So when he got arrested, he had caused great bodily injury and harm to Senator Linda Lopez. It says here that Linda Lopez was pregnant, so he was charged with aggravated assault against a household member. So it says that he attempted to cause injury to a pregnant woman with a knife. So this is Juan Reyes, our chief of police.
The PI went on to say that Juan Reyes was convicted of assault with a deadly weapon and attempted false imprisonment. Juan Reyes argues that he was never actually convicted, but court documents show that he pled no contest. which is where one accepts conviction but does not plead or admit guilt. The investigator also provided us with this document, where it appears that Juan Reyes signed agreeing to 18 months of probation. While Chief Reyes adamantly denies that he was ever convicted, he refuses to answer whether or not these are his mugshots or his signatures on the no contest agreement or the probation agreement.
Your allegation of accusing me of slander and defamation will be dealt with in court, okay? Nobody lied about anything. I've gone through many, many backgrounds and I never had a problem because this thing was dismissed and it was done.
I got it here, sir.
Sir, it has been dismissed 25 years ago.
You served your time and those cases.
No. I'm going to be very
and then
well.
You are concluded.
Okay, look. All I came here is just to let you know that my attorney will be in touch with you.
Thank you.
That's all I'm telling you.
You have a good day, sir.
And as far as anything else, I got nothing to hide. I've been in law enforcement 35 plus years.
You lied to
and if
Reyes,
no. All I'm going to tell you is this, okay? Information is information, and that's all it is. Information is information, and that's all it is. I'm not going to discuss that. The thing is I'm just making a statement. And I've talked to my attorney, and we're going to deal with it because you slandered me, sir.
Is this you?
You slandered me.
Is that you? Is that you? Is that you?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yes or no?
Is that you?
The charges were dismissed, sir.
You
There's
served your
nothing.
probation.
No, I
and you
did
got
not.
a
No, I did
release
not.
from
No, I did
probation.
not. No, I
You
did not.
did your time.
No, I didn't do any time, sir.
You did your time
Let me
on
tell you,
probation and all the
if
stuff they
the
asked.
state of
Is
New
this
Mexico
you?
or anybody would have wanted to pursue
Is
this,
this
they had their
you?
opportunity. They
They
didn't
didn't
because
even
there
know
was
who you
nothing.
were. I called the LEA and I asked them, do you know a
Order
dead
probation.
Reyes?
Order probation.
It doesn't
Do you
matter.
know a dead Reyes? And they
That's
said,
all
no,
I'm
we have
gonna-
a
that's all I'm
Juan
gonna say.
Reyes.
You have come into this
There you
town
go,
and
sir.
you have caused some problems, and you're also
You did. You threw me out
you
for
also
6
been
months in my
charged
house.
with the
You're the problem,
regulations
sir.
and license division. I filed a complaint against you for
I told them that you did.
misleading
You
these
lied.
people. You are not a private
lied.
investigator for the state of New Mexico. You are, according to your signatory, you are retired, and by you inciting these people to do things, stating that you're a private investigator, that is
I'm a
not true, sir.
investigator right here. My license number is
Well,
3276.
we'll see you in the
I'm
hearing with
licensed
the
in Mexico.
RLD, okay? Because I did file a complaint against you.
I did see a document sent to me by the private investigator that showed that Chief Reyes did indeed file a retaliatory complaint against him for digging up the chief's dirty past. And I'd been told by multiple people that Reyes' MO is to retaliate against people who speak out against him or expose him. But I hadn't personally seen it myself until now. Since this date, I also learned that Chief Reyes has a retaliatory slap suit against one of the council members who tried to speak out against him previously.
And I'm sure you've already been
You
served.
retaliated because I filed claims to the
Right,
Attorney
right.
General and them about you.
I did the same thing about you, sir. I did about the same thing. And if you're gonna be honest about it, tell these people about your names and tell them what
My
you've
name,
been done.
Again, is Carlos.
Okay.
They've known me for years.
Carlos
I've been in this county
Villanueva.
for 30-some.
Carlos
His name,
Villanueva.
he found his
Yeah.
dad. That's why he changed his
Right.
name
was
to
born without a dad.
McNabb.
I
He
years
found
ago
his
I found my
parents.
dad.
That's all I'm
dumbass.
gonna do,
I found my
is I
dad.
came here to be
And for a
honest
DNA
about it.
test, I changed my
Mr.
name.
Freeman,
He's
thank you
very
very
humble.
much.
He's my dad,
But I'm
Mickey.
telling you
What-
right now.
what can you tell us
in
about it?
defense of myself, because you can attack me all you want
Sir, I
as a
don't
police
attack
officer,
nobody.
police chief, because
I
we're
work on
public.
facts.
But when you
Were
start
you
going
on probation,
private
sir?
and you
Were you
make
on
slanderous
probation?
statements, sir, you will be dealt with in court. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Thank you very much.
What
Did you or not?
Hey, Reyes, can I ask you a couple more questions?
No, she gonna run away.
I'm fine, man. Oh, yes, yes. Can you
So-
do me a favor? She is a victim in a crime, and what she's gonna tell me cannot be published.
Yeah,
She's
sure.
a victim of a crime.
Sure,
Please.
just turn on your body camera, though. That's your policy.
Okay.
That's
Well,
your policy.
Of course, because
Yeah,
this was
'cause
different.
that's
okay?
your policy, so
Yes,
turn it
is,
on.
Sir, okay.
All right, so turn it on.
Okay.
Yeah, no
I need
problem.
To talk to my
Turn on the
victim.
body camera.
Thank you, James.
Thank you.
I don't know why the chief adamantly denies that he's a convicted felon, when the document seems to show that he pled no contest to a felony and a misdemeanor. I don't know if all of these documents were fabricated. but the chief refuses to tell us whether he did or didn't sign them. I don't know if maybe he did take a plea agreement, and maybe as part of the deal, they agreed that this wouldn't show on his record. Maybe it was some type of diversion where he completes the probation and the charges are dismissed. Juan Reyes had been a cop for 15 years at the time that this occurred, so I assume that since Reyes is so adamant that he's not convicted, that the state found some way to manipulate things to make it so that he doesn't have an actual felony conviction on his record. No matter what the state actually made show on his record, he seems pretty pissed off that these documents got out, showing his signature on a no-contest plea for assault with a deadly weapon on a family member and false imprisonment.
Information is information, and that's all it is.
On Tuesday, July 5th, the town of Mountainair Council and Mayor are set to vote on whether or not to terminate the employment of Chief Juan Reyes.